we are la Tielle Sétoise team and we welcome you to the south of France. This is a crazy cartoon chase around the coastal town of Sète.
To achieve the right comedic reason, we adjusted a lot of shots so that the film will be dynamic, with some gags quickly following each other's and pauses to give the audience time to rest.
To resolve issues with the timing of the layout, we removed some shots and emphasized others.
The layout of the chase shot was done by replacing the floor as the sphere. We then used a mix of vertigo effects and motion from the other elements of the kitchen.
We wanted to show the personalities and relationship.
For the animation, we used inspiration for extreme key poses, very fast movements, deformations, and exaggerations.
Also, as the characters have different personalities, we wanted to create a contrast between Jacquie, who moves very slowly and stays impassive, and Vivian, who is a very explosive person with a lot of movement and exaggerated expression.
We wanted to have a movie that has a 2D and 3D feelings, so another challenge was to match the octopus with his environment.
At the beginning of the year, we did several tests to optimize our work on Toon Boom. The main challenge was to match the 2D while keeping a coherence between the different styles. For this, we used a 3D model of the octopus in our layout that helped us maintain its proportion from one plane to another. It also gave us the information on how the light behaves in 3D, so we could reproduce this in the drawing.
I created a secondary arm system to accentuate the speed of the character's movements. This allowed us to have a ghost delay in the animation. I also developed special skins and wigs for the characters.
Since our film is set in a rather offbeat and chaotic universe, we also inserted some 2D close-ups to exaggerate some jokes and create a strong contrast.
We wanted to bring out Vivian's character through certain assets found within a typical Provençal kitchen. So, we opted for a semi-realistic base that we had fun distorting to add a cartoonish feel. The main assets were stylized and painted textures to match the 2D character. Finally, to save time, we used procedural texture for the more secondary elements.
We used references to understand how to balance the integration of 2D and 3D for the character's texture, such as Michelle versus the Machine, Spider-Verse, and Gumball. We used layers of procedural brushstroke texture as a base, then hand-painted texture using Substance Painter to achieve the style we wanted. Surfacing and finishing the model was done in V-Ray. The goal was to achieve brushstroke lines on the character and to have a 2D aesthetic.
To achieve an early morning feel, we used a mix of physical lights and HDRIs. We also used the sun and sky system of V-Ray for the outside shots. Some custom animated gobo were used to shape the exterior feel of the street. To integrate the 2D octopus on the 3D scene, we used the 3D model of the octopus as a shadow catcher.
Throughout the film, I mixed several types of simulation, and it was interesting to work with all the different solvers. I created this variety of innovative effects to create some cute style and others with a strong feeling of power for the dynamic parts of the film. The main goal was to accentuate the 2D and 3D mix to have a stylized look.
We chose to include some 2D effects to save time and have more dynamics in the animation. We used the 2D effects to make a bridge between the 2D and the 3D and show the characters' emotions.
I helped on the compositing for some effects and also created nods and setups for the rest of the team. For the 2D parts, I made for Clara a setup on Nuke that can freeze the camera movement and project the animation on the render.
Et voilà, maintenant vous avez tous les ingrédients pour faire une bonne tielle.
Ah!